Welcome all. My name is Raj Barge. I am co-founder director of Lance and Raj Computers. And today we'll be going for a basic operation in Java, that is switch statement. Now what is switch statement? Basically when it comes to switch statement, it allows you to select single choice among multiple. Now what is our today's target? Our today's target is to perform addition, subtraction and division, that is technically called as many-driven program with the help of numbers and alphabets. Next, what is the syntax of switch? It's very simple. When you are talking about switch, this is the switch statement first. So switch is the keyword which we are going to use. In this switch statements, we are going to pass single variable here. If this variable is there, this variable will be compared with all the options given in the case, that is case 1, case 2 and n number of cases, and at the end we will be having a default option. That means if this variable contains a value, if that is matched with case 1, it will show result up to break statement. If it matches to second case statement, it will show second box break statement, and if it is not matching with anyone, it goes to default. So what are the options here? The first point here is that it works for multiple choices. That means when you work in switch, that means will be comparing single variable value with multiple options. Second, one variable will be compared with n options. You can have n number of options here. Fine. Next, switch should have break statement or termination scope. That means what? If this is starting switch, it should have break statement. But this break is not compulsory in switch. It is optional. But I will be showing problem if break is not given. What happens? Then we'll be coming to next, that is if condition, and if the condition is true, it shows default value. Fine. That means if this variable value is not matching with any of the condition, then it shows default value. And break statement will be terminating scope of the switch statement. That means if this condition, second condition is true, then the scope, the statements which are in the scope of this two statements, that is case 2 and break, all will be executed, and as soon as it encounters break, it stops. Fine. So let's start with the second part of it. So first of this, we'll be working with Eclipse. So we'll be starting Eclipse. Now lot many students have asked me question, when your Eclipse starts, it shows here number, that is 2090-09. That is the date of installation of my Eclipse, and this is the default folder where my Eclipse is storing my data. Most of the time I don't store data into C drive or default folders. I store into D drive and other drives, because lot many times if you format your machine or your machine gets crashed, default C drive is lost. It happens maximum time, so all the data in C drive will be lost. And this is when I install my Eclipse. I install my first Eclipse, that is 2019-09. That means I installed my Eclipse in month of 9th month, that is September month, and year 2019, and that was when Eclipse was installed. Basically this is an IDE, and we also have other two types of IDEs. The first is Eclipse and second is NetBeans. But NetBeans is a product of Java company. Now Java is not working on it, and now mostly people are working on Eclipse only. So we'll be starting with same. So I go to this folder of mine, and last time we continued with the series of if condition. We'll be going further, and if was having gender example, that was example A09. So we'll be starting with 10. So I right click on this, I go to new folder, I choose class, then I say A10, that is a 10th example we are seeing, and we'll be seeing SWITCH, switch example, and this is first example of switch. I'll be adding main into this, so my program is ready. Now first of all, what we'll be doing, we'll be just checking how switch statement works. So to check it on, see, I'm defining variable ch, that is choice option here, and defining some value. Let me define value 2. I'm trying to write a switch statement here. So what I do, I go into my default switch statement, I copy that syntax and I come here. fine, or I can type it again. So if I type it, how I type it? I type here this way. I say switch. Then I define the variable name. In our case, the variable name is ch, that is choice. And if this choice is okay, and if my choice is 1, what statement it should carry on? So I go for break statement here, and I can say just sys out, and I just simply print a single word, that is with the space first, that is one. So when I say it's one, it's case, second case, third case, fourth case, and I don't want to continue after fourth case. I have to go for default, default. I will just copying these two statements. So my default choice will be, if none of the above statement is true, my default choice will be choice is not in range. Fine. 1, 2, 3. Fine. This is my 1. When I say 2, it should say me 2. When I say 3, it should say me 3. When I say 4, it should say me 4. Now this default should end with colon. So let's check out the output of this. So when I run this program again, I'll be getting output as TWO2. So it's 2 now, because the default value for CH was 2. So it comes to first case. Is this 1? No. So it jumps here for 2. This is 2? Yes, it is 2. So it executes the statement in the scope, and then it breaks. As soon as it says breaks, it comes from here to next statement up here, and here nothing is there. Fine. So this is the simple example. If I change this value to 3, it will show 3 value to me. See, it's showing output that is 3. Now if you are out of the range, if I say it's 13, and now if you run this, then that is not defined. 1, 2, 3, 4 choices are not defined, so it goes to default, and from default it says choice is not in the range, and say ... Fine. What happens if we forgot or we comment this break statement? So I comment this break statement. Fine. So see, after default there is no other statement, so there is no point writing break statement here, but just a prototype I have written there. I comment this also. So just check it again. I save this program. It's very important to save the Java program. I save this program and I run this. See, now if I say choice 2, it is saying 13 because it is jumping to 13. I am saying choice 2. I am just running it and saying choice 2. Fine. So see, is that choice was 1? No. So it excused this. Fine. And now it shifted to choice second. This is a choice second. But from choice second, this condition got true. So it executes this also. It executes 3 also. It executes 4 also. It executes 5 also. So writing break statement is not compulsory. It makes no error to the program. But if you don't write break statements, if it finds any condition true, after that it will consider all things as a true. So it's a better habit to have break statement with switch. So this is what our example is. Now basically I am to start with my example, which is our target. So our target is to write a menu-driven program for choice 1, choice 2, choice 3 and choice 4. So how to write it? So it's very simple. Now when you are writing menu-driven program, you prefer writing. So this is 11 example, and this is switch switch. I'll be adding main into this, so it is added. Now this menu-driven program, I'll be accepting values from user. So what is my logic behind it? See, it's very simple. I will be defining first variable, that is integer choice. It's a variable to accept data. Then I'll be defining scanner sc is equal to new scanner. This accepts data from user, and this is going to accept data from standard input. Now after that, fine. See, it is showing an error, so I can just right click on this and add an error file here. So it adds and scanner import, basically it imports and scanner file, that is from java.util.scanner. After that, I'll be defining two variables. I'll be working with fractions, so I'll be preferring using double variable, that is number 1 as double and number 2 as double. And even if we want some variable that is for result also. Fine. So what I do, see, I do very simple thing. I define choices, that is system.out. In this I define choices, that is choice 1 is addition, and then I copy them all. So I require 4-5 options. So choice 1 is addition, choice 2 is SUB subtraction, choice 3 is multiplication, choice 4 is division, choice 5 division. I think after done you should say exit, and it's not better to write choice 5, write 0 for that. Then one choice is there, we can just check it out. What we are going to check, we say we are using if statement here. We are saying just if choice equals to 0, just stop this. So I can just say ex, that is system dot it's not print, it's exit, exit exit. Fine. Now the second part is, see, now this is the second part. We are going to write a choice. So to write a choice, we first will be accepting data from user. So we will be saying enter number 1. So we will be holding value for 1, that is number 1 is equal to scanner dot get double. So I'm getting double value. So I'll be accepting number 1, number 2. After accepting my choice, so first part is we have to accept choice. So we go here, and after this we just say enter choice. So I first accept choice. Fine. And this choice is ch. If this ch is into character format, so I'll be saying not next double, I'll be saying what, next int. So I accept data in choice 1, then I accepted 2 values into this. Now we will be going for case statement. So our case statement remains the same what we had in previous example. So what I do, I go into that example directly and copy the example. Fine. In this we are having choice 1, but we will not be printing saying choice 1. We will be saying result, result is equal to number 1 plus number 2, that is addition, and I am activating break statement. So this is number 1, this is number 2. My number 2 is, I think it's subtraction, number 3 is multiplication, this is star is a sign for multiplication, number 4 is for division, the slash is for division, and default you are out of the range. And after that I'll be saying result. So what is my result? I'll be saying sysout and displaying the result. And result is which is stored into result variable. Fine. This exit is showing some problem. Let's comment this for this for few of the seconds. So my example is ready. It's showing result as error. Now to just check it out, what is my variable name? My variable name is result, and what kind of error it is showing? It is showing, yeah, it has to be initialized. If you are using any variable in Java, and if you are printing it directly, then it creates a problem. It has to be initialized somewhere. Fine, because this number 1, number 2 got initialized by accepting these numbers, but result was not defined anywhere, so I have to initialize. Now I think there is no error, so I'll just run this program again. Say I say choice, see my choices are being shown here. My choice 1 is addition, subtraction, so on. So I enter my choice. I enter my choice as a 2, and I say 7 minus 2. So it says 5.0. If I run this program again, fine. I go for choice 4, and if I say 3 and x value is 2, so it's 1.5. So it's working very fine with fractions. So I think this is working fine. And that was, I want to work very comfortably with fraction. That was the only reason I chosen double as my input. I don't prefer using int because int mostly creates problem with the fractions. It lost last preceding digits in C, Java and C#, all the languages. Fine, so I save this. Now, can I modify this option with the character input in my switch? Yes, you can. Fine. So I would like to do a same example. Fine, but by changing some of the options here. So I copy this entire program. I go to this root folder and name it again switch for alphabets. So it's A_12. It's A12_SWITCH switch, and this is for AL alpha. I'm adding main to it, so it's there. What I do now, I just remove this all. Fine. I use the previous program just to save time and change this alpha name, copy it to this program, and I delete the first line which was been there. So this my entire program is same. See what I did, why I changed this file name of the class, because Java has a rule that your class name and your file name has to be same. So this is what we are going to convert to alphabets. So my choice option is going to change. That means my choice option data input is going to change. So I am going to make it as char, or I am going to make it as a string. Fine. So I come here, I will be saying this as string. My choice has become string. Fine. So this input will not be an integer, it will be just next. So next statement accepts data into string format. After that, choices are same, but here it is creating problem, because in case of this 1 will not be 1 a. So what will be? It will be A for addition, it will be S for subtraction, it will be M for multiplication, and it will be D for division, and it will be exit E for exit. So this kind of alphabets will be using as input. And then if you are going to compare this has to be alphabet. So when you write alphabets can be into small, that is A for addition, into small, as well as capital also. See, now the law which was creating problem, that is break, a statement without break, is now a good thing here. And what is that good thing? If user enters small a or capital A, this block is going to execute. So same is the situation for all other remaining blocks. This first, this is this is first, this is second, third and fourth. And the inputs are what? This S, small s for subtraction, capital S for subtraction. Subtraction, then it was, I think it's multiplication, small multiplication, big division and division. So input can be anything now. So just we are going to check it out by changing our character input. We are going to just check it out, is it working or not. So we are here, we are going to run this. So it's running. I'm saying choice, I'm saying small a, and entering value first and second. So it is printing 7. Yeah, it's working. That means what I am to explain to you, this switch statement is very powerful in Java. It works with numbers also, it works with decimals also, it works with strings also. Fine. This is all. Thank you.